Did we just saw Cody Rhodes give up his world championship opportunity to The Rock on SmackDown as we saw The Rock and Roman Reigns confront each other, and the ending of the show shows the logo of WrestleMania 40 behind it. We're going to be talking about that. Did Cody give up his shot to satisfy The Rock and whatnot? We'll be breaking it down. And we're definitely going to give you a little thought. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the Vince McMahon lawsuit and how Mr. Lauriniatus went and threw Vince McMahon under the bus. We're going to be ready, and let's get this.
Is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. I am your host, the infamous Ultimate One.
Daddy's back.
We're definitely going to be talking about this because this is unbelievable. I believe I made a video about this about 4 weeks ago about the effects that Roman Reigns, actually not Roman Reigns, The Rock's return to WWE and challenging Roman Reigns was going to affect Cody Rhodes. And if you guys want to go check that out on my YouTube channel, go check it out as episode number 177, when I talked about how this was going to affect Cody Rhodes. Now, at that time, I thought Cody Rhodes was not going to win the Royal Rumble. Eventually, he ended up winning the Royal Rumble. He is probably the fourth man to ever win back-to-back Rumbles. And this is a list of greats. Hulk Hogan did it, Shawn Michaels did it, and Stone Cold Steve Austin did this back in the days. Now, you ask yourself this question. You know, The Rock coming back, is it a good idea? And I remember sometime at this week in my audio podcast, I said, I don't think Roman Reigns is about to face The Rock because The Rock was not in wrestling shape. And I don't mean, again, I'm going to repeat myself, I'm going to reiterate it, that The Rock is in good shape as far as body-wise, his jack, but it's all about cardio. Now, he has time to get ready for this match. But what I saw last night in SmackDown, when Cody pretty much said, you know, he wants to get the title that his father raised over his head back in 1977 in Madison Square Garden. Okay. And that he wants it and whatnot. And he said he doesn't care what Seth Rollins called it, the Hollywood title, because that's what Seth Rollins said Monday night, which Seth Rollins called his title the Dusty Rhodes title, which didn't make no sense because the World Heavyweight Championship has been only around since May. And there's no real lineage on that. So it didn't make no sense when he said that. But when Cody Rhodes said, I'm going to take everything away from you, and he's going to take it away from him, I'm thinking, okay, he's challenging him at WrestleMania. He said, I'm going to take that away from you, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania. My jaw dropped. I'm like, what? Are you serious? So this means that you're going to go and challenge Seth Rollins for the title and whatnot, instead of challenging the title. So you're challenging for the second rate title, because that's a second rate title in reality. I mean, as much as I said that Seth Rollins has defended that belt more than Roman Reigns has defended his belt, and I give him the respect because he's wrestling hurt with a bad back, bump knee, everything, but it's a secondary title. Let's be realistic. And when he said no, he's not going after Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, I was like, what? What the heck? And I don't know where The Rock comes out. The Rock comes in, hugs Cody. Cody was not happy about this. You could tell by his face, by his demeanor, and the whole nine. I do not want to hear people talking about, oh, you're a WWE hater. You don't know what you're talking about. Because first of all, I put a poll on Twitter a week ago asking how many people want to see Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and how many people want to watch The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns won. Nobody wants to see The Rock. Because it's predictable. We know that The Rock is going to lose to Roman Reigns to secure Roman Reigns as one of the greatest world champions in modern day history. And they're going to try to do that because they're trying to break Hulk Hogan's record. Now, when I saw Hulk Hogan open up Royal Rumble last Saturday, I said, well, maybe they're not going to do that. Maybe they're going to give Cody the title and Roman won't be able to break Hulk Hogan's record in September. I think it is that he breaks it. But my thing is, why they all of a sudden now they're changing it to The Rock, which makes no sense. And you can see that The Rock has lost muscle mass because he was bigger than that. He lost muscle mass. He looks a little older. He is 52 after all, going to 53 in May 1st because his birthday's in the same month as mine. And I'm like, okay. And then as soon as the show finished, they announced that, there's going to be a press conference on Thursday. Funny how they're doing a press conference a day after Tony Khan is supposed to make a major announcement, which, I mean, he shouldn't be making no damn announcement at Dynamite anyway, but he's going to make an announcement on Wednesday, and here comes WWE about to make this big announcement. And my question to that is, is it because originally it's not official. They haven't done no logo. They've done the Bayley versus Io, which I want to talk about that after this. Bayley versus Io, that logo has already been up, running and viral in social media. But The Rock versus Roman has not been done. And if there is one running around, it's not WWE official. It's some clown who decided, oh, let me do my first, Photoshop, So at the end of the day, it's not official. Now, the only thing I could think of is that we could have a press conference where they're gonna announce that The Rock is gonna be a special referee versus Cody versus Roman Reigns, which is the most logical thing to do. You do not need to make Cody wait another 6-7 months for him to get another title shot, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna put him against Seth Rollins. Let's say he wins that title. Are you gonna have a title match in SummerSlam where it's going to be a merging of title versus title where now both titles get merged? That's the only thing I could think of. This is what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm fantasy booking here, which makes more sense because somebody made in reference that if Cody wins the championship and beats Roman, then Cody will be in SmackDown. They don't have a lot of big names in Raw because CM Punk got hurt. CM Punk ain't going to be back till 4 to 6 months. And they don't have a big baby face in Raw. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say why this is happening, because WWE hasn't bothered to create a superstar that could be a big baby face besides Cody, okay? Because WWE doesn't create for superstar. They bring people from other places that bring it in, and they talk about AEW that, they're grabbing all this indie guys and all that, but they do the same thing. They don't have a big name to have like a Cody or a CM Punk, they have that type of following, but now they're going to take that away from Cody and whatnot to give it to The Rock, who is a part-timer, and to top it off, he is a member of the board of directors. So there's even word that's saying that he got pulled in WWE and whatnot. And it's all this, and then it made another sense. Are they doing, and this is what I also heard, Are they doing this so people could focus on this instead of the Vince McMahon lawsuit and whatnot? It could be possible. It could be possible. You know, it could be possible that they doing this so that everybody could just focus not the Rock versus Roman, Rock versus Roman. But then we're gonna have Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, which lets me to believe that then Cody Rhodes is gonna win the belt from Seth Rollins, which is not the belt, because pretty much Roman Reigns pretty trash the belt and Seth Rollins on SmackDown. So calling it a secondary title, what everybody's been calling it. So how is that helping anything here? What is going on? Who is booking this shit? Let's be realistic. Who is booking this shit? Because another situation that I saw was Bayley now is going to challenge Io Sky, right? Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley is probably going to get challenged by Nia Jax, because Nia Jax attacked Rhea Ripley on Monday. And my question to this is, why is Nia Jax getting a title shot again against Rhea Ripley? Please tell me you're not going to take the belt away from Rhea Ripley to give it to Nia Jax, who I personally have not, that woman has not improved anything in that ring for her to be the world champion. So again, I question this. Who is booking these matches? Who is booking these storylines? And people talk about how Tony Khan suck, how the storyline suck. Well, not saying that the storylines here suck, it just don't make no sense. It makes no sense. Why is Nia Jax getting a title shot and whatnot? And I could bet you this much that Becky Lynch is probably going to end up winning the Women's Elimination Chamber, and she's going to get the shot at Rhea Ripley, which again, Becky Lynch does not need to win the world title. Now, you're probably going to say, but Rhea Ripley has had the belt for long. So what? Rhea Ripley is the future. And if Rhea Ripley's going to lose the belt, I would like her to lose the belt to, you ready for this? To Jay Cargill. You know what I'm saying? To a Jay Cargill, if that's a Jay Cargill signs with Raw and whatnot, which I don't see her there. I think she's going to end up signing with SmackDown. Braun Breaker most likely is going to sign with Raw. He's going to be the one who's going to challenge Gunther, because Gunther was supposed to go against Brock Lesnar. That is not going to happen. You know why? Brock Lesnar out the fucking door. He's not going anywhere. His merchandise right now in WWE shop is getting cleared out. And whoever buys his stuff and supports this shit, you're a piece of crap too. I'm gonna put it that way. This guy is in the freaking lawsuit, and I could see him in that. I will not. I mean, I got Brock Lesnar shirts, but I bought that years ago and whatnot. Suplex City shirts and all that. I'm not gonna go and burn it like a fucking clown. But the shit that he has now, I won't buy it. I won't help the WWE clear that shit out. That's a WWE problem. Well, actually, Ari Emanuel is not responsible for what's happening now, but you know, but that is my thought on what's going on with the WrestleMania situation and the Cody business. It's crazy, but the bugged out part about is that there's other stuff going on that that I want to talk about, and that's one is Mr. John Lauriniatus. This week we saw that the Friday that McMahon resigned from the board and resigned from being the WWE. We knew that more news was going to come in. And the first thing that came in was Vince McMahon doing a statement, making talking about there's a bunch of lies, that all that stuff in the document and the lawsuit is not true, yada yada yada. Right? The Bellas made a comment about Joe Laurinaitis supposedly is in this lawsuit, and they made a comment say it was horrible, yada yada yada. Now you know that John Laurinaitis is the stepfather of these girls. They married. He married their mother. Supposedly the mother went through cancer, and this piece of crap was doing other shit behind her back. And honestly, I believe, yeah, I'm gonna be probably criticized about this, but I have a feeling that Lauriniatus was part of that and whatnot, because Ashley Mazzaro passed away and whatnot because she committed suicide after supposedly she got raped by a soldier when WWE did the Christmas for the Troops or whatever that's called, and a soldier supposedly, allegedly raped her, and WWE hid it under the table because they didn't want to lose the what's the word I want to use here? The relationship with the military. Ashley Mazzaro then ended up committed suicide in 2019. Dutch Mantel, who has a podcast, claimed that there was a lot of divas that would come out of the room after McMahon went in there to come out of there shaking their heads and whatever. Tori Wilson said that at one point she started crying because she didn't want to do the bikini stuff. And there was a certain individual in someone's Facebook group, which I'm not going to name him, but the person, I know the people who won't listen to it, they know who the hell I'm talking about, claimed that Tori Wilson got paid enough. She didn't complain when she got all the money. So why she's complaining about doing the bikini thing? First of all, I love one thing is I love how these fucking guys go and put the blame on women and whatnot, and don't know the situation, not knowing what was going on behind the scenes. Okay, Vince McMahon was known to be very intimidating. Okay, this is a job she has, and she doesn't want to lose her job to do certain things. I mean, it is crazy that Sable, out of all people, this stuff that McMahon asked for. Sable and Tori Wilson came out in a Playboy together. McMahon wanted Sable and Tori Wilson to do some lesbian storyline at one point, and she wasn't with it. So, I mean, and you could come and tell me, oh, you making up lies. You could tell me that. All I got to tell you is, all you got to look at is the Trish Stratus Bark Like a Dog segment back in those days. Okay, McMahon had a fetish. So all these clowns right now, they are part of this lawsuit, and I'm sure there's going to be more. Are all going to pay the price. Now, the thing I've been hearing a lot is, oh, Triple H probably didn't know anything about this, whatever. First of all, let's go back. May 2022, when I think it was May 2022. Yeah, May 2022, when Stephanie McMahon left the company. Okay, she left the company after word came out that her father was cheating on her mother. Okay, now, you can't tell me that she did not know what was going on. You can't tell me she sleeps next to Triple H, who is her husband, and don't know, and Triple H does not know what's going on with the family. Okay, so he know. Now the question is, could he stopped it? We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Triple H has been around WWE for over 20 plus years, and these guys were doing Suck It and DX stuff back in the days, and we're getting away with it. And when the Attitude Era that everybody loves and whatnot, there was degrading women and all type of shit. And you can't tell me that he did not know that McMahon was doing crazy shit, was doing nuts thing and whatever. I mean, who knows? This is the reason, not only because his NXT was getting demolished by Vince McMahon, but probably he knew stuff that he wanted to put it out there, but he knew that if he did put it out there, everybody was going to fall. You know what I'm saying? And this is a public company, and everybody would have been hurt at the same time. So, like I said, now the federal government now is involved also in this situation, which most likely there's going to be criminal. I bet you there's going to be criminal charges involved in this, and people are going to get called, subpoena. Bruce Pritchard, he's another guy that's been around McMahon for years. He knows something. So is that little buff dude, Kevin Dunn, who was with McMahon for years. He looks like the type of guy who's a little dirtbag who probably knew this is all was going on. People in the boardroom, all this WWE Officer 1, 2, whatever they call in the in the document, the lawsuit, all those people are going to get called. Everybody's trying to defend Triple H. Triple H may not be able to dodge this bullet. He may not be, whether he got a heart attack in 2021 or 22, whatever it was, he knows. You cannot tell me that this man does not know. He has to know. And he's going to get subpoenaed. If this man does not get subpoenaed for any of this, bro, God is with him. Okay? Do I want him to land subpoena? No. Honestly, no. Because then who the hell is going to run WWE? I got one guy that could run WWE and whatnot, and most of you may agree with me, and that is Paul Heyman. Yes, that Paul Heyman. He could be the one if, God forbid, that Triple H is removed by Ari Emanuel from creative or anything with WWE. Paul Heyman could be the man who could do this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not agree with this with me, but I think he will be the one. But there's a lot of things going on, and this is what I'm saying. This whole thing with The Rock versus Roman Reigns, I think they trying to make you focus on that and keep your eye on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let's look, The Rock and Roman Reigns. So we don't look at this over here, or hello, Vince McMahon and his lawsuit, sexual trafficking, and then they like doing this. No, The Rock and Roman. That's exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But Cody Rhodes, let me tell you, and I'm going to finish this up by saying this. Cody Rhodes decided to leave AEW. Again, he left AEW, and the stories that he was there on was his fault. He decided to make that storyline where he would not get another world title shot against Jericho. Now, was he doing a long-term storyline with that? I don't know if he was or not, but the bottom line is, he took too long. People turned on him and whatnot, and it happened very rapidly. The indie scene, when it comes to wrestling fans, they usually turn right away if they don't see something they don't like. He gave a thumbs up for Gogo, whatever, the former boxer from UK, and he pretty much they say that he gave a thumbs up for that. He did the Crossroads, whatever, that didn't work. Nobody liked it. His wife, whatnot. And that's, I think, what made him public enemy number one and whatnot. And then when Tony Khan decided to bring in Adam Cole, CM Punk, and Bryan Danielson, Cody Rhodes felt like, oh, I should be getting that money too. But what he forgets is the Omegas and the Young Bucks and Hangman Page were not getting that type of money. Yes, you were the one part of trying to create the Old Elite, but you was not going to get that type of money. And he decided to go to WWE. Now, again, he's been having bad luck. I'm going to end it that way, because when he came to WWE, he was feuding with Seth Rollins. Then he had a pectoral muscle tear. He was out for 9 months. He comes back, wins the Rumble. He's supposed to be Roman Reigns, but they didn't let him beat Roman Reigns. And now they've been making him wait for this storyline, for his story to end. It hasn't. And it's beginning to be like Dr. Seuss. It's not even a story anymore. It's not. So what are they going to plan to do? You know what I'm saying? The only thing, again, and I'm gonna end it with this. Only thing I could think that's going to come out of this Thursday press conference on Peacock is The Rock being a referee against, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. But me saying that, Cody Rhodes already said, I'm not taking a title at WrestleMania. So what is Cody doing? Is he going to stay in Raw and challenge Seth Rollins? If that's the case, these two main events at WrestleMania will be so predictable. We're going to know what's going to happen. The only thing you could do is just sit back, enjoy the promos, and see what happens. That's all I got to say. So, again, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not speaking because I'm against WWE. I'm against the writers or whatever. Yeah, I need to stop that bullshit, because every time I say something about WWE, most people got something to say. Oh, you don't like WWE. You're a WWE hater. You're a CM Punk hater. I'm this, I'm that, this and this and that. At the end of the day, it's the common sense. Okay? 98% of the people did not want to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. They wanted to see Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns finish the damn story. But they're not doing it. And that is it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for checking me out on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. That will help me greatly in my channel. Also, check out episode 177 when I spoke about the Cody Rhodes when The Rock showed up and what I felt the effects was going to happen. It's happening. It's happening. I don't talk out of my ass. See, makes a lot of sense. So, again, thank you for all the support. Also, check out, my social media. You can check out my social platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Check those out, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Also, check out my podcast store. We got shirts, hats, sweaters, tcwr.veryimpressive.com. That's tcwr.veryimpressive.com. You can check it out on the scroll on the bottom and whatnot. And check it out. Also, check my TikTok, the Chokeslam Wrestling, and you see all the little clips that I have there and whatnot. But again, we'll see what's going to happen. Got to follow from here to April. We'll see what happened. The Seth happened. I would definitely want to be checking out that Thursday's press conference because I want to see what's going to come out of that. Again, possibly it's not going to be The Rock as a referee or special enforcer. I don't see that happening because already Cody said, I'm not taking the belt away from you at WrestleMania. So, and before I leave, very quickly, it's funny that this is happening 10 years after Roman Reigns won his first Royal Rumble in 2014 in Philadelphia. You guys remember that? The people were booing and The Rock was raising his hand up for him and all that. Remember that? 10 years later, we're here. So, and I remember when Roman Reigns got booed, his father and his whole Samoan dynasty, whatever, were pissed off at McMahon. And I always said the Samoans got something of Vince McMahon. And this is the reason why they're pushing Roman Reigns so hard. What does the Samoan have on on Vince McMahon? Here we are, a couple of years later. I used to tell this to my boy Jay Santee from the Turnbuckle Tabloid that the Samoans had something on McMahon. Here we are, 2024, and this is happening. McMahon's getting lost in the charges he's being charged, or the accusations, allegedly accused of all these disgusting things that was in the document. So that is it for me, guys. And again, thank you for showing up, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Again, check out all my social media platforms and all my stuff. So until then, I'll check you guys out later.